You're watching I Am Weekly.
With I Am Weekly, starting with the Apex Predator, Andy D. Then we have the Door and the Jack, Mr. Reed and Mr. Ollie, Theodore and Mr. Jackson. Let's get it going.
Alright guys, welcome back to I Am Weekly here in the, wrapping up the third week. Our games of the week in men's, it was Rams for Christ versus Retired, which was two undefeated teams in their bracket. And this was a true game of the week. It came down to the last drive where Retired beat Rams for Christ with seconds left on their drive. Did you see any of it?
They scored with 4 seconds left. It was pretty much a back and forth game the whole time. Really great game. Rams for Christ drives down and scores, minute 40 left. Retired gets the ball back, drives right back down, scores 4 seconds left. They were just back and forth, big plays, their route. It's a great pick. I think the final score was 34-31. So there, it's final. I think the Rams for Christ got it up to the 40 or 35 on the other side of the field. So the last play was very exciting. It was a really good game of the week, a good pick, and those are two pretty good teams from what I saw.
Yeah, and rightfully so for the player of that game and player of the week for men's. We came up with the whole Retired 2-minute offense. So pretty much anyone on offense, you're a player of the week. You pretty much agree with that, Andy D, or what?
Yeah, if the offense can enforce its will upon the defense and move the ball down the field, then of course they're going to do it.
That's a good point. Going straight to women's now, it was Packing Backs versus Club Fist Pump. Me and the Door and the Jack projected Fist Pump. Oh wait, who'd you go with?
He went against Fist Pump.
Yeah, and then you went
with Fist Pump. Since I'm like hidden trying to help him.
Well, needless to say, they let us all down, and sorry. Packing Back's defense remains strong as it has through this whole season. They won 20-7, and personally, I would like to single out poor managing.
Yeah,
I just thought the head coach for Fist Pump, just spotty calls and a really poor use of a timeout, I think could have cost them and not being able to keep a level
I personally was expecting a lot better halftime adjustments. They came back at a halftime, offense looked the same, nothing really changed.
Yeah, because
put them in position
the
to win.
Fist Pump offense had 0 points.
0 points.
They scored their 7 on a pick 6. They did get a conversion. Andy, what do you have to say about that game?
No comments.
Okay, and from that, the player of the game would be Alicia Knoll, and she's really come out surprising us this season. She had 2 late touchdowns in that one.
The final one that iced it, and I think she had one earlier in the game.
That sealed the deal, and she gets open a lot, seeing as how Packing Backs have Noelle Johnson, and she gets a lot of the attention. Wrapping it up, and the one I most wanted to see was the co-ed game of the week, which is Barstool Heroes versus Tri Beta. And Barstool Heroes, they're getting some hype after their 80-0 win. And they shined in the spotlight and proved they're for real with a 38-0 victory. Tell us something about that one.
Really, I think their defense is what brought them through on that game. A lot of picks, and I think they played well.
Andy?
Well, obviously, the defense had the majority of the big plays for them, so
would you say defense was more important than offense?
In that particular game, it was.
Thank you very much. And the player of the game from that one was Vivi Castillo, being the reason she is their girl quarterback, and she actually quarterbacks, I would say, about 75 to 80% of their snaps. So anytime you can do that, obviously you're always going to keep the play open, and she was involved in more than half of their points. Once we come back after a quick break, we'll go over this week's Game of the Weeks.
Aw, yanking, yep. For some bacon, yep. He's a big pig, yep. You can be a big pig too. You're watching I Am Weekly.
Hi there. We're going to go right into this upcoming week's Game of the Week, if that makes any sense. Ollie, give me the men's.
Start off with men's. We got Game versus Powerhouse. It should be a very good game. Hopefully Game will bring their game and play the game and maybe win the game. But what I really want to talk about here is this past week Game got beat by a young Entourage team, and they didn't look their top. The Game has a lot of experience. They're playing another young team in Powerhouse. From what I've heard, the Powerhouse players have a lot of winning experience from their past. They're all pretty young, but I think They did well in high school, but we all know like football's not the same
That's
in
true.
high school.
What's the prediction?
But I see it being a pretty good game. I'm gonna go ahead and go. I'm gonna go. I actually see Powerhouse as being the favorite in this game, but I'm gonna go game with an upset, going 21-14.
DD. Powerhouse all day long. All day long. Up in here. Let's go. Hold on, I'm thinking. I'm gonna say 34-13.
Wow.
Missed a conversion.
That wouldn't be a game of the week if that's the score.
Well, that's what I see.
I'm taking game. I'm with all the experience is going to pay off, and the rush is going to get to the young powerhouse quarterback, and they will not be able to manufacture the offense they're used to having. It's going to be 27-20 on the dot. Game is going to win. Mater, give us the women's.
Women's, we have a 4-on-4 game. It's going to be Paxton Backs and Vixens. They've met in 7-on-7. I'm not completely sure if they've played 4-on-4 yet. I'll say this. I saw Paxton Backs 4-on-4 last week against fire-breathing rubber duckies, and Noel was out there beasting, probably maybe a little under-talented than what the Vixens are going to have out there. But I'm going to go ahead and say Vixens 30-something to 20, low 30s to high 20s.
That's not very specific. So.
Well, 33-26.
I'm gonna go winning score to losing score.
What's your score?
I know Vixen's got a strong 4-4. I think Packenback's got a very strong 4-4. I think this is a better matchup for Packenbacks in 4-4 than it is on 7-on-7. But I'm still gonna go Vixen. But I think it's gonna be a close game, probably about 35-28.
Whoa.
That's just what I said pretty much, but okay.
Well, if you throw out an actual number.
Hi, Bertio.
Okay, well, what do you got then, Holmes?
I've got Vixen, obviously. Those are my girls. I got them winning that one 41-20. Not as close as y'all think. Not as close as y'all think.
That's a game of the week if it's a blowout like that? Okay, let's keep
All right.
going.
Well, the athletes are on the field, but bottom line is you can't stop a Vixen. You're not going to stop Danielle, Alicia, Amanda, and them on offense, and you're not going to stop Bree, Misty, Jody on defense. It's just not going to happen. I'm going to talk to y'all about co-ed, and this is, in my opinion, one of the biggest games of the season so far. There's a lot on the line here. It's Nintendo versus 10 Deep, and 10 Deep coming off of a pretty strong showing against I'm Legends. And so, the hype is back on it, and they're looking solid. But Nintendo, I've heard some free agent rumors about a possible pickup, which would definitely help. And they're starting to look a lot stronger once they're getting their girls. What do you think about it? Because you're obviously just itching to talk.
Okay, well, Nintendo, of course, as we know, has the great self-promoter Louis Moreno on their team.
That's true.
And 10 Deep, we've seen in person so many times. I would like to start out by saying that 10 Deep will win the game. I'm going to go 49-21. Nintendo's Louis Moreno, from what I understand, is averaging less than the girls for 10 Deep, so that's just going to be thrown out there.
Ollie, I know you don't like to do this, but you're going to have to talk a little bit about your own game.
Really, I think it comes down to our defense.
Mhm.
If our defense shows up, I think we'll be okay. I think we'll show up. I'm going to go with us.
Hope so.
20. We're stuck on I'm sorry. We're not very good on the extra point conversion. So I'm gonna go 27-10.
Well, interesting. For the good of the show and for a little bit of drama, I'm actually going to take Nintendo, and I don't want this to spark up any controversy with 10 Deep. I know they're a great team, and I know that we will see them later down the road in championship, semifinal, whatever. For the good of the show, though, Ollie, I promise. It's going to come down to Nintendo's offense. If they can get ways to, take the pressure directly off the quarterback to where the rush isn't as effective for y'all's D and create some bigger plays downfield, which they can do. If they get their couple free agents, then they're going to cause some headway. And I've got the score being 29-27. Y'all fail on getting y'all's conversions, and they drive down and score in the last second. So Don't want that to spark up any controversy, but I'm going to take Nintendo just to see if I can get some points. Once we come back, we have the greatest debate of the year. You will not want to miss this. It is Mater versus King Lou on who's the better. Yep.
Hey fellas, this is Ollie Wilburn from your favorite show, I Am Weekly. So, we got some outdoor adventures I want to talk to you about real quick, stay active, whatnot. But we got, in case you forgot about that kayak clinic, we got the Backpacking 101 clinic, October 6th, that's a Wednesday. I think you might have signed an event, so make sure you check it out. Also in October 16th, which is a Saturday, it's a day bike, which sounds really fun. I think just ride bikes and whatnot. It's going to be a blast. Also, guys, stay active. We also got some fitness classes, so stay active. Stay active. Stay active.